everyone. Let me move myself out of the way of this mic a little bit. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. Hello, everyone. How are you? I just wanted to hop on here and show you a few techniques for going through a C and a G7 chord. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Miss Stephanie, the music teacher, and we're about to have a music lesson. We're going to review the C and the G7 chord. Those are the trickiest ones to start out with. And I'm going to show you a couple of techniques to practice these to get better and better at them. And this is a really good technique whenever you're adding a new chord to your repertoire, to go ahead and use this same method. So, first of all, we all know our C chord. That's the first string, third fret. There's your C chord. And if you remember your G7 chord, your fingers look like a triangle. You move over one. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if you need to review these, go ahead and stop this recording and go back and review these two chords. Okay, so the way that we're going to practice these is with a cool little tool that I know I've told you about before. It is a metronome. Let me show you what it looks like on my phone. Let me get it into focus. It's this guy right here. And when you touch it, it says Pro Metronome. It opens up and it looks like this. It's got a little dial. And the dial, you can make it go, your beat go faster or slower. So it will sound something like this. When you click the middle dial there, it'll keep a beat for you. Let me turn it up. There you go. And I'm going to slow this down to 60. Now, when you're practicing your strums, and I know people will say, oh, I don't want to strum along with you. I don't want to turn on the metronome. Well, you really need to do it, because in music, when you're playing with a group, or you're playing a song that continues. So if you stop, everybody has to stop. So understand that the music keeps going and the piece keeps going. So what you need to get into the habit of is continuing to keep going, even if you haven't made it to the G7 yet. It'll take you a second to get there, but keep strumming and find the chord and then move on. If you keep practicing this way, eventually you will get better and better at finding that G7 chord, or whatever chord you're working on using this same technique. If you're really struggling, slow the beats down. That means you're going too fast. Now, one thing that you need to remember, and I'm going to turn the metronome on in a minute, is I'm going to hit 2, 3, 4, 1. Now notice I was already moving my fingers almost as I was doing that last strum. But I am already looking down and thinking about my next chord while I'm strumming the C chord. So don't strum your C chord and then fall asleep. You have to be thinking, where are my fingers going next? Think in your head where you're going next. You have to be thinking beats and beats ahead. Once you have found that C chord, your brain should now be on G7. Okay, so your brain should be 3 beats ahead on that G7 chord, ready to make that G7 shape. So you can practice it without strumming, okay? Or you can practice it with strumming. So we'll do it at 60. You can go slower or faster. But first, let's do it this way. Let me stand up, and you can just see my fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now notice my finger was on the wrong string, but I just moved it. I did not stop. So if I'm strumming, the same thing would happen. I would keep strumming, even if my chord was not 100% correct. I would not stop. I would just fix it. You still have 4 more beats to fix it on. And if this continues to happen over and over, slow the beat down. That's 51. Sounds significantly slower, but it's really not. So let me just move it back up to 60. And here we go. We're going to go from the C chord to the G7, 4 down strums at a time. Now, if you're already good at the down strums, then go ahead and practice your chuck. Okay? So you can always do, or you can practice your down, up instead of just down. So we're going to do the simple way right now for just down, and you can add fancier strums later or now if you're ready. 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. C, 2, think ahead. G7. 2, 3, 4. C, think ahead. Think where you're going. G7. 2, 3, think ahead. G7. 2, 3, C. 2, 3, 4. G7. 2, 3, 4. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And stop. Okay, so there you have it. So you can speed that up, slow it down, but I really highly recommend that you get this free metronome. You can download it to your phone, you can download it to your computer, you can actually get them on your computer, or you can even download them to your notebook. Any place that you can do that, I would highly recommend it. You can get an outward one if you want, but you probably oftentimes they get lost or broken, and the likelihood that you'll have your phone is pretty high. So start it at around 60 and then speed it up or slow it down as needed. Or for now, you can just use this YouTube video and use the little gear shifter and speed it up or slow it down, and just use it right here with the YouTube video. So I hope you got something out of this, and happy uke practicing. And don't forget to subscribe and share so other people can learn how to use their metronome while they're strumming their uke chords. Have a great practice. See you soon.